I'm going to give you a full rundown of the engine setup in our Patrol. A while after having the car, this is a few years ago now, the original engine overheated. We got a new block, had a friend of mine build it up for us. It's just a rebuilt TD42 Nissan engine. It's the silver top motor out of the GQ. A 4-inch Patroldocta snorkel. It's all stainless into the Patroldocta airbox. Inside there we put a AEM filter in. That all leads into a 3.5-inch stainless dump pipe through the car. Stainless all the way, no mufflers or anything like that. 12mm boost compensated pump and injectors to suit. That was all done at the time of the rebuild with the new turbo set up on it. Tyre mounted on a cheap like eBay high-mount manifold. Going to change that one out for a radius fab one. Mate of mine's a fabricator, does pretty much all the custom welding on the car. He made up this inlet manifold here. The PWR 600 by 300 intercooler. So over this side, the hot side's 2.5-inch piping into the intercooler, and then 3-inch cold side into the inlet. When we put the new motor in, put it on the race bred engine mounts. It's running a UFI, a United Fuel Injection clutch in it at the moment, and it's holding up really well. That's breathers for both diffs, the gearbox and the transfer case. Got a high output 110 amp alternator down there. Blind heat exchanger for hot showers. My mate that does the fabrication, he's still got to make up a catch can and a washer bottle and a new radiator overflow for in here. Put some gas struts in, get rid of the old support. This unit just below the heat exchanger, it's a AP60 cruise control unit. That works really well. Inside I just use the Autometer Phantom 2 gauges. Got a digital pyro. So basically at the moment this setup runs around about 36 psi. The old setup was tuned on 22 psi, made about 200 horsepower at the wheels. Haven't had this setup dyno just yet. Runs quite well on pyro, sits around 270, 280 degrees Celsius on the highway. Never really gets over about 420 to 450 at the worst. Engine temps always sit around between 85 and 95 depending on ambient temperature and how hard you're working it. Biggest difference I've noticed since the power upgrade is the fuel economy. It's just been unbelievable. At best it gets around 11 litres per 100 kilometres. Average for being fully loaded with the rooftop tent on and everything would be 13 to 14 litres per 100. Probably the worst I've seen is about 16 to 17, but that'd be driving it very hard, four-wheel driving, that sort of thing. Even when towing, the fuel economy doesn't get too much worse than normal just because the torque it's putting out seems to handle towing pretty well. Basically it's just GU diffs running 4.6 ratio centers. Locked at the front and just LSD rear at the moment.